Scams are out there lurking, trying to trick you out of your hard-earned money, but there's an email going around right now that looks like it could be a fake, and it's not. Lane Montz, President, CEO of the Better Business Bureau, with us this afternoon, talking about more on that. Hey, Lane, good to see you. So I got this very thing a couple of weeks ago.
Sure.
And it's interesting that here we're talking about this today because, yeah, I was suspicious, but like I got the gift card, and you know what I did with the card? I bought beer.
And you're going to admit that on air,
$7.77, whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, you know, usually the BBB is on air warning people about scams, saying be on the lookout. Well, I thought today we would flip it around and let people know that there's something that looks scammy, fishy, P-H-I-S-H-Y, but it's not. It's real.
And it has to do with House Bill 6 and that whole resolution.
Oh, that whole mess.
It is a mess.
Yeah.
No question.
So as you know, that led to criminal lawsuits against criminal defendants, but it also led to several class actions which were consolidated down in the Cincinnati Federal Court. A class action fund was established. Last year, about 2.5 million Ohioans got emails and U.S. postage letting them know that they were going to be able to participate in the fund. And then just recently, the court approved disbursement of those funds.
Okay, there's an example of what the gift card looks like. What you get is a gift card in the mail, and it's legit.
If your refund or your share of the fund is up to $250, you get that. You get that little gift card courtesy of the email.
Now, how was the amount settled?
Well, they broke it down into categories of return, and then the court prescribed how that was going to be dispersed. And so, for most consumers like you and me, you're going to get the debit card. So,
is that the end of the whole thing now?
There's never. It's litigation, Dan. There's never an end. But I say that as a former attorney. But I think it's getting close. I think it's getting close. They just had to disperse it all.
But you're right. The whole terminology is very fishy when you read it. It sounds like too good to be true. Like, wait, you're giving me money, and there's a lot of legal gobbledygook that kind of goes over your head.
Well, you probably should pay attention to the gobbledygook anyway. But what made it look strange, and you can see it the card, but also the email came from @reward.tremendous.com.
Sounds fishy.
And it just looks like something scammers, might create to get people to give personal information and steal from them.
There you go. There's the email that you're talking about.
Yes. You have to scroll down a little bit to the next frame. So if you have questions, you can contact this litigation settlement fund info@ohioelectricitylitigation.com. Or you can call 1-877-888-9895. And I would encourage people to do that. It's always possible scammers get in on the game and create a website and an email address that's real close to this. And so you just have to be aware of that. But generally speaking, these look legitimate. I got one too.
Yeah. Lane, I'm curious on how you guys do such a wonderful job protecting the general public from scams. How do you get your information? Do you have a network of people that are looking for things that come through, and then you do the research and then try to get the word out to prevent the scams?
It's a potpourri of things.
Yeah.
We get information from our parent organization, the International Association of Better Business Bureaus. Of course, we get research from them. We have our own staff that's here local. Some BBBs operate remotely. We're not that way. We're very local. So I have my own staff that helps. And sometimes something just comes across our desk or our email, and we're like, we better talk about that.
I mean, there's the mail version comes, by the Postal Service, but the other stuff is the online, and that's just open season. I mean, MGM, it was hit really hard in Las Vegas by a scam. They're basically shut down this week trying to make up for lost time.
And you think they'd be sophisticated at avoiding that kind of stuff?
You would think so.
Yeah,
you think
sure.
they'd be the state of the art there.
Yeah. Well, everybody is getting hit, and I just sent an alert out this morning to my 6,000 businesses. One of my businesses came forward. They got an email that looked like it came from the owner that said, pay this invoice.
Yeah.
The invoice was fake. The email was fake. Luckily, his staffer was on top of things, and she called to ask him if that was real. But a lot of businesses might pay that invoice.
Oh, and the way they scam the elderly too, that's criminal right there.
It is, but the youth are not far behind, Dan. They're number 2. I'm talking about the 15 to 25-year-olds. They're right behind the seniors. Yeah.
All right. If you'd like more information about this, there you go, the Better Business Bureau of Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. There is the phone number to check it out, and someone or Lane Montz will answer the call and help you out and answer any of your questions. All right. Lane, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Great talking with you.
Yeah.
You have so much information. Always enjoy the chat.
I love to be on air anytime.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Speaking of scams.